I'm gonna try and tell my story without getting too emotional. I might be able to do it, I might not. So I warn you in advance if I get a little choked up, I apologize. Years and years ago, I fell in love with an experience. And what was dangerous about how I fell in love with that experience is the experience was exemplified under the conditions of a drug called MDMA. I was 18 in high school. I had started partying a lot, hanging out with friends. Oddly enough, I didn't smoke weed. I drank, and I was willing to do ecstasy. For whatever reasons, all my friends were stoners, I wouldn't smoke weed. Ironic. We played a lot of beer pong, and it was a very competitive thing, and I like competing. I always have. And while I was decent, nerves got the better of me. Oftentimes, oddly enough, my best shots were when the pressure was really on. You know, it was when it was make this shot or lose, and that was the shot I'd make, which was always a really nice experience. I started to think of myself as just clutch, and it got hard to be able to perform at all times. And then one night, I was at a party. Lots of friends, one of my best friends' houses. We would have big beer pong where winner would get to keep going, and you'd just play and play and play if you were playing well. You'd have crowds of people around watching you playing, so you're getting all this oxytocin as well from the crowd experience. And I was just on fire. And I was under the influence of MDMA, and I couldn't miss a shot. If I wanted to hit a specific cup, that was the cup I was hitting. And for 12 games, I won 11 of them. And I was feeling so cocky that night, you little shit, looking back at me, that I was kicking my partner off my team after every game because I wanted the challenge of having a new partner for every game. So I played with, I think, 11 different partners in those 12 games. And after this experience, it's all I could think about. How good that felt. And so my journey with MDMA from there wasn't a journey in chasing just the high. I was chasing whatever that was that allowed me to operate all of the skills I have at the fullest potential as if I could do anything. I wanted to experience that again. Now, little did I know, I experienced that all the time, just in very small ways, even in conversation, even in filming a YouTube video like this. And it's just called flow state. Or at least that's one of the ways that we've tried to categorize it. In other religious practices, it's even been known as being embodied by the Holy Spirit. If we want to get nerdy, I think a really good comparison is Ultra Instinct from Dragon Ball Super. And for a while there, I found myself doing shit like taking MDMA and playing video games for hours. And thankfully, I was rather disciplined. I didn't take MDMA often. And even in the peak of taking MDMA, I only once ever took it within a week, and the rest of them were at least 2 weeks apart. And this was a very short period of time. I don't think I was regularly taking MDMA after 18. When I started to study flow state, peak performance. That was when it really clicked what it was that I was chasing, and that MDMA, the high I had from MDMA, wasn't what felt so fucking good. What felt so good was the flow state. And so I've now started spending my life working on experiencing more of that flow. And the reason I want to bring this video to y'all today is I was contemplating on burnout, because I flowed a lot yesterday, and it was a very intense flow. In order to get through my work shift, that was, I had to be 1.82 people, and it was fun, but I was exhausted by the end of the day. I was starting to, every like 5 minutes, the last 20 minutes of my shift, because I kept finding myself dragging ass, and I'd have to do that to just wake myself back up and be here. And so I knew I was going to really need to recover today. And so I find myself here, just relaxing. I have some video games that could be fun to play. I don't work till 5 o'clock. It's 11. I've already taken care of most of the things I need to take care of. There are a few more things that I'm going to get done aside from this recovery. However, if I were to sit down and start playing video games right now, that would start taking up my energy. That wouldn't be recovery. And that's something that I really had to come to understand in this journey of wanting more flow in my life, because even when I'm playing video games, I want to be experiencing flow. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I am taking proper care of myself and making sure I'm recovering from burnout, sitting in whatever active recovery activities I need to do. That might mean taking power naps, that might mean meditation, that might mean walks out in nature, it might mean a little bit of exercise, but it means staying off of social media, it means not scrolling through shit, so that when I do come to play the video games, when I do have time, I can experience that flow.